Yo, back once again. Um, Absolutely huge day, ridiculously big day. Too big that I could not watch all of the games, unfortunately. So I can only really go into depth with a few of them. I can give like box scores and stuff for the other ones, but other than that, I can only really go in depth with a few games, as there was, I think, 12 games on. Yeah, 12 games on today. Which is just way too many for one person to watch. So I'm going to have to just go off what I saw, give my thoughts and opinions on what I can, and pretty much just go from there. Without further ado, first game of the day, one I actually watched was the Cavs and the Clippers. Cavs get a quality win over the Clippers, being the number one offense in the league. The Clippers have been since December. The Cavs put up a great performance. Donovan Mitchell was just solid for them. Jared Allen, huge inside. I think he ended with 18 boards or something, which was ridiculous. Yeah, as I said, Donovan, 29 points or so, being that offensive guy for them that they always need him to be. Georges Niang, quality minutes off the bench. Isaac Okoro, huge defensively, just in the lanes, getting steals, giving buckets in transition. Huge for them. As for the Clippers, no one necessarily played badly. The defense of the Cavs was just too good for them tonight. James Harden could never really get going. He got going late into the fourth quarter, but it was a little too late from that point. Paul George was in foul trouble all game, ended up fouling out and had under 10 points or so. Struggle of a game for him. Kawhi Leonard was solid, gave them about 20 points. He was huge, but not enough to get the job done. Westbrook off the bench, as he has been all year. Huge buckets down the line, but in the end, could not get it done. Second game that I actually viewed today was, I watched about half of the Nets and the Jazz with Ben Simmons' return. He looked really solid in his return, missing 36 games or however many it was. Had 7 assists and 6 rebounds up to half time in about 9 minutes of action. I had turned the game off after the first half as I saw the Jazz were never coming back. And for the final score of Nets 147 to Jazz 114, I was quite right. There was other games that I could be watching at that point in time, so I did just that. Mikal Bridges, huge offensively today. Just a well-rounded team win for Brooklyn. Everyone played their part. Everyone scored. The Jazz just couldn't get anything going today outside of Lauri Markkanen. It has been like that for majority of the year, but it's one of those things where the Jazz, as I've said a couple of times, are still in their rebuilding stage. So they're going to have to continue to do that. And who knows where they'll be in the next few years. Another game, big game of the day was Timberwolves and the Thunder, top 2 West teams at the moment. Wolves pull out a narrow one, 107 to 101. Thunder played really well. Both teams played really well. It was just a dogfight in the end. Cat, big game. Anthony Edwards, consistent buckets as he has been all year. Whereas for the Thunder, Shea doing his thing, as Shea always does. 37 points today. Jalen Williams has become that much more of a better scorer in this last few weeks to months. Has been huge for them. With 20 points today, just wasn't enough to get them over the line today, unfortunately. Rudy Gobert was a beast on the boards, as he always is. 17 rebounds again today. Ridiculous numbers. But it was huge from him. Next game I tuned into was the Pelicans and the Celtics. Pelicans scared the Celtics early. Were up a decent amount at the halftime break. But the Celtics showed their championship DNA at home and pulled through with the win in the end. 118 to 112. Celtics are just the team to beat at the TD Garden. They have lost, I believe, to this date, 1 game at home all year. So they're just standing tall and not giving anyone any space on their home floor. So anyone going into the TD Garden is just, it's unwinnable at this point for them. Rockets and the Lakers, this one I didn't watch. It was a blowout for majority of the game. The Rockets won 135 to 119. The Kings and the Grizzlies, a bit of a lower market sort of game. So I didn't really get around to too much of that one. I watched the last quarter. Domantas Sabonis had 26 rebounds or something ridiculous. Just dominating the boards today. But that one was a Kings win, 103 to 94. Wizards and the Spurs, didn't see a second of this one. I knew the Wizards and the Spurs, they're both fighting for lottery picks at this point in the year. So the Wizards ended up winning this one 118 to 113. The Mavericks and the Magic. Magic were up huge for majority of the game. And Mavericks ended up pulling it back late at home, playing great basketball as they always do. Luka was one rebound away from a 30-point triple-double. Regardless, he ended up with 14 assists and 37 points or something. So he played great basketball. Paolo, 30-plus points, I believe. Huge from him. But in the end, Mavericks got it done, 131 to 129. Quite unfortunate for the Magic. They looked really good throughout this whole game. I thought they deserved a win in the end, but wasn't to be in the end, which was unfortunate. Nuggets and the Bucks. I tuned into the second half of this one, as it's quite a big game. Nuggets get the win in the end, 113 to 107. For the Bucks, they played really good basketball today, just didn't have enough to get it done over Nikola Jokic's 25-point triple-double. Jamal Murray, huge offensively. There's nothing many teams can do about him at the moment. He's playing some of the best basketball of his career. One reason I believe he deserves to be an all-star this year, so I hope that can get done for his team. Giannis, Dame played their own good individual performances like they always do. Just in the end, wasn't enough to get it done. Nuggets get this one done, 113 to 107. The Knicks get the win over the Hornets by 20 points, 113 to 92. Knicks are just the better basketball team. I didn't watch too much of this one. The Knicks were up convincingly the whole game, so I veered my eyes elsewhere, and the Suns got a quality win over the Heat. The big three in some of the better form of their careers at the moment. They're starting to find their feet as a team, so they're just putting it together and winning, it seems, night after night as of right now. So for them to be stopped, I don't know what it's going to take, but we will see in the near future. For the Heat, no one could get anything going. Good game out of Terry Rozier today, 21 points. So he hopefully starts to find his way into the team and moulds his way. But who knows? In the near future, hopefully he can become that 20-point per game scorer for them. Jimmy Butler, good game today as well, 26 points. But in the end, they just didn't look like ever getting it done against the Suns today. Which is unfortunate, but yeah. Last game, Trailblazers and the 76ers. As I'm recording this, Joel Embiid out again. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Trailblazers are up convincingly, 98 to 79. So no point waiting around, as we can all respect the result for that one. The Sixers without Joel Embiid have looked quite mediocre. They have missed quite a few of their starters over the last couple of games, but as I said, for them not to have their top two guys, their depth has shown over this stretch, and is a big reason why I believe they won't go too far in the playoffs, because they just don't have enough pieces around them in order to make a positive push outside of those top two guys in Tyrese and Joel. Joel, with the new rules being in, is pushing the bracket for the 65 games played. I think he only is allowed to miss 5 more games after tonight. Otherwise, he's ineligible for the MVP. which could be interesting, which might mean it ends up falling in Jokic's lap after all. So we'll see over the next few days with that, but he cannot afford to miss too many more games. I believe Joel will push himself to be able to play in these games, as I see no reason why he wouldn't want to be the MVP this year. He's been hungry for it as of recent, so we'll see how that goes in the next few days. Other than that, that's every game for today. Just want to get here and give my report as I try to nearly every day. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the video out yesterday. I got caught watching football all day. I didn't think I was going to, but I did end up doing so in the end. So no video yesterday, but video today, massive bracket today. Tomorrow, only 5 games, should be good. Bit of a later start, which is good. So I will be able to hopefully get all 5 games in for you guys. And other than that, that's everything for today. Considering liking and subscribing to these videos would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.